Biafrans, do not be carried away by individuals that are filled with delusions. I mean, how do we even get here? You see, people who are really, really crazy, parading themselves as fighting for Biafran. How did our leader Nnamdi Kanu really get away with this bunch of people? And how did our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, went through this hell with these crop of individuals that just make up something on their brain and start dishing it out to Biafrans? You all heard this. I don't even know what to use to refer to this individual and crop of classless individuals that surrounded our Prime Minister. You all heard one of them saying that I'm in Finland on Wednesday. Biafrans, how do we get to this level? And I just begin to wonder where Biafra never came. I begin to wonder why Biafra never came. Because when you have deranged individuals parading themselves as the people that represent this struggle, it casts a lot of dent. So Biafrans, do not be moved. Do not worry. Do not let them distract what we are doing. We are really focused, and our eye is on the ball. The terrorist Nigeria state, these killings you are doing, we reintegrated and rehabilitated terrorists, killing our people, our mothers, raping our women and our children. We will defend ourselves. Thank you so much, Biafrans, and have a great day. Bye.
Breaking news. Let us go straight up to the breaking news. US President Donald Trump did not say he would grant Biafran independence from Nigeria. Ignore AI generated video. Yes, there's a video that is going on the internet currently. The reality is that people are saying that the video is AI generated. AI videos, have actually caused a lot of controversies, on the internet. But without wasting much of your time, let us give you the news in detail for those of you who are actually misinformed. This is the news. Make sure you listen to this news listen to this news from beginning to the end, and make sure you share to as many groups and platforms as possible, because Biafrans needs to know the truth and the reality. The news. The United States President Donald Trump did not say he would grant Biafran independence from Nigeria. Ignore AI-generated video. A video of United States President Donald Trump saying he will liberate Biafra from Nigeria is circulating on social media, but Trump never made such a statement. The video was generated using artificial intelligence tools, that is AI. A Facebook post dated 18 February 2025 reads, "The current president of the United States, Donald Trump, has now decided to look into the Biafran issue in Nigeria so they can be independent." Donald Trump first served as president of the United States from 2017 to 2021. He started serving his second term on 20th January 2025. The post features a video of Trump, who can be heard saying, "After I finished with the Ukraine war with Russia, I will turn to Nigeria to liberate the Igbo people of Biafra. These people have suffered in the hands of the northern Muslim-dominated folks, continue raping the natural resources of southern Nigeria, mainly the people of United States of Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu, the Biafran leader, should be released immediately." The video went further to say Biafra is a region in southeastern Nigeria that declared independence from the rest of the country in 1967. This led to the Nigerian Civil War, which lasted from 1967 to 1970. The war ended with Nigeria defeating the secessionists. Do not forget, Nigeria never defeated Biafra. Nigeria never defeated Biafra. It was declared no victor, no vanquish. Let us not be misguided, by some information. Nigeria never defeated Biafra. Nigeria never defeated Biafra. In fact, it was Biafra versus the rest of the world, and it was declared no victory, no vanquish. So let us be guided with that. But let us continue with the news. There are continued calls for Biafran independence, most notably by the indigenous people of Biafra, or IPOB. The group has also used this information as a tool on social media to spread its messages. IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. Nnamdi Kanu was not arrested. Let me clarify that. Instead, he was abducted. He was kidnapped and extraordinary rendition into the Zoological Republic of Nigeria in 2021. We'll keep on giving you the real information so that people will not be misguided. Let us continue. His trial is still ongoing in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Now we'll still continue with this information. The same video was found here and here, in so many social media platforms. But is the video legit? We checked, and the reality is that the video is not legit. The search led us to the original video on the BBC website on 14th January 2021. In it, Donald Trump told his supporters to be peaceful in the aftermath of the United States Capitol riot. On 6th January, a mob of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. as lawmakers were certifying the result of the 2020 presidential election. Trump lost the 2020 election to Joe Biden. Although we found several videos of Trump wearing the same clothes, the BBC video is the closest to the one circulating on Facebook. But videos also show the same portrait in the background, arranged in the same way. The Facebook video is overlaid with the text elontalks.com at the top right corner. Elon Talks is a website that uses artificial intelligence to generate realistic voices
I just want to make it clear,
and the website has video templates for several celebrities. Well, that is actually to debunk the video that is circulating
in their
on
quest for
the
freedom.
social media.
On that note, I say welcome once again. Good morning,
Biafra,
good afternoon, and good evening.
And Trump
Once again, and thank
supporting
you for
the freedom.
joining.
But what they would know is that
TV.
whether it's
one
AI
and only
generated video or
YouTube
not,
updated news
platform
platform
that
that gives you quality news
as
and
simple as
information
that.
on everything trending
there will
and
be
happening
propaganda
in Biafran territory. So if you're joining us for the first time, do not forget to share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible. Continue to share the gospel of Biafra
in different ways, whether controversy, propaganda.
Now, let me
wherever,
leave you with the issue of the day. As it stands, Ohaneze,
Biafrans are raising their voices,
has actually,
so that the world will continue to hear their voices. Especially this kind of video can attract Trump to even look into the matter of the Biafran struggle. It's as simple as that. For those of you who keep on complaining about title, about videos and AI generated video, that is on you. You should understand that when it comes to social media, in as much as we try as much as possible to be giving the real information to Biafran, but propaganda must be necessary. It is a necessity. Look at the zoo. Most of the way they were able to make the Finnish government to start listening or start taking records or notice of the Prime Minister and his activities is because of the propaganda, back-to-back propaganda they were giving. So why can't Biafrans give their own propaganda? Please let us forget about this whole issue that people continue to criticize our people. Go and criticize other mainstream media houses that you know of. I don't want to mention them. Go and criticize them for their own propaganda. So that is that on that issue. Now let us go into the full gist and the full matter
matter we will carry come for you today. Enjoy this video and make sure to continue to share this video to as many group and platforms as possible. Happy here na moto pa moto one is as simple as that. Happy here na moto pa moto, and listen and understand the reason why Biafrans are doing what they are doing, for the freedom of their people. Enjoy this one.
Jonathan, as he indicts Tinubu and INEC, lament over Nigeria politics. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. Today's date is 26th of February 2025, and I have breaking, or should I say, a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Jonathan Ebele Goodluck, the former president of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, has indirectly indicted Tinubu, who happens to be the current Wayo president of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. So this very message is for Jonathan Ebele Goodluck. So I want you to pay very good attention, and once you come across this very news, make sure that you share it so that it gets to Jonathan Ebele Goodluck, because I have a very important message for him. And as you can see, we will be reading this very news from one of the Zoo media platforms, Sahara Reporters. And according to their own title, they said, you can't get accurate vote count in Nigeria due to many ghost voters, says ex-president Jonathan. You can't get accurate vote in Nigeria. He said you can't. That means there is no hope, even in the so-called 2027, although Nigeria's existence to 2027 is hanging on a tree. Yes, it's actually hanging on a tree, because we are not sure. Nobody is sure, including Tinubu, who is currently preparing himself for 2027. He is not sure if the zoo will last till 2027, especially if the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Èkpá is released as quick as possible. Now, let us continue and read this very news in full details. And they said, speaking at the Yaga Africa Reflection Conference on Democratic Elections in West Africa in Abuja, Jonathan emphasized the need for integrity within the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Former Nigeria President Goodluck Jonathan on Tuesday raised doubt over the credibility of Nigeria's electoral system, attributing inaccurate vote counts to the prevalence of ghost voters. Oh, say it go. Oh, say it go. Jonathan has finally found his voice to speak against the impunity of Fulani that is controlling the INEC and, of course, the presidency of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. So let's continue. Speaking at the Yaga Africa Reflection Conference on Democratic Elections in West Africa in Abuja, Jonathan emphasized the need for integrity within the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. He urged INEC officials to prioritize ethical conduct over potential pressure, stating that resignation is a more honorable option than compromising the electoral process. In Nigeria, you can't get an accurate count of votes. I believe that we have too many ghost voters, Jonathan declared. Your cry just the start. I'm telling you. If you are pressured to do what is wrong, you should be able to resign and walk away. If we don't have such people managing our electoral bodies, we are in trouble. First of all, he is currently indicting INEC, meaning that INEC should be scrapped and new body formed, or bring new people into INEC, people who cannot be easily, influenced. People who cannot be easily influenced by the politicians for them to do their bidding. Yes, bring this type of people into the structure, and then politics. In fact, that is the beginning of politics. That is the beginning of politics, where you allow people to choose their leaders and the vote of the people is counted while their voices are heard. But I have a message for Jonathan Goodluck. Let's continue. The former president's remark come amid ongoing concerns about the credibility of Nigeria's elections, particularly following the logistical challenges, violence, and technical glitches that made the 2023 general elections. You see, now he is indicting Tinubu. He is telling Tinubu that you, Tinubu, and your position as the so-called Mr. President of the zoo, you are illegitimate. You are not supposed to be there. That is what this man is indirectly telling Tinubu after he has already indicted the INEC, meaning that INEC is not functioning. That the reason why INEC is being formed in the first place has become useless, because with INEC, the voice of the people cannot be heard and their vote can never be counted. Now, let's continue. Despite the introduction of the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, and the result viewing portal, IREF, by INEC, the polls were criticized for falling short of expectations. You never see anything, Jonathan. I have a message for you, but let us continue and read this in details. Jonathan also criticized the regionalization of Nigeria's electoral process, describing it as a significant barrier to electing capable leaders, meaning that Tinubu is not capable. He noted that regional and religious biases have infiltrated the system, even influencing predictions by religious leaders. I love this place. I love it. I actually love this place. Look at it. He said, he noted that regional and religious biases have infiltrated the system. Now pay attention. He said, even influencing predictions by religious leaders. Number one, he said that this shenanigan has influenced the predictions by religious leaders. So meaning that anybody who comes out to tell you, I know who is going to win an election, or this person is going to win an election, and that person is claiming to be a religious leader or even a prophet, that person is lying to you, because this whole ethnic bigotry and all of it in the zoo by I am a Fulani man, I am a Northerner, I'm the one who's supposed to rule, it is my turn, a Miloko. It has all influenced, the predictions of the so-called religious leaders. Now, as if that is not enough, this same place also tells us that what they usually do is prediction, not, assurance. Not prophecy, it has absolutely nothing to do with prophecy. You understand? What they do is prediction. Even those who are not being influenced by, political, so-called political elites, those religious leaders claiming to be prophets and pastors who are not yet influenced with their financial powers, meaning that whatever they tell you is all about prediction. There's nothing. It has nothing to do with prophecy. Now, let's continue. When the electoral process is so regionalized, we are going to have issues, he said. If our system, before I continue first, let me analyze this. Maybe this is where I will start sending my message to Jonathan Goodluck. Yes. Now, according to him, he said, when the electoral process is so regionalized, we are going to have issues, he said. Now, it is in the open that the zoo politics and politicians always play regional, religious, and tribal games in politics, in the zoo politics. We all know this. So, therefore, Ebele Jonathan Goodluck, haven't you seen that such a thing can never stop? No matter how much you preach, it can never ever stop. This regional, tribal, and religious politics that they play here has nothing to do with the true democracy that we are talking about, and there is no end to this very type of dangerous politics that they play here in the zoo. Haven't you seen it? Haven't you seen it, Jonathan? Is it not the right time you stand up and say, no, this cannot happen again, let us divide this entity and let everyone go their separate ways? Jonathan Ebele, good luck. Is it not the right time? Since you already know these things and you also know that it's not going to change, it can never change, no matter how much you preach. Can't you use your position and call for division of the zoo? Can't you use the position? Or do they also have your secret? Does Fulani have your secret? Do they know what you know? Or do they even know what you don't know that you did? Or what you don't remember doing? Do they have your secret? Are they going to come after you just the same way they will come after all the Igbo criminal politicians who have looted in the past and currently looting? Do they have your secret, Jonathan? Did you loot? Did you steal? Did you rob the people? And Fulani is aware, Britain is aware. Why can't you, if you are innocent, use your office and your position to call for total disintegration of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, so that everybody goes their separate ways and, of course, develop in their own pace in their nations? Of course, he cannot do that because I believe that they have his own history. They have his own secrets. He said, if our systems for electing leaders are not fine-tuned to the level that the voter card will work, then what is the point of democracy? Who will I ask if you ask me? Jonathan Ebele, good luck. Mad people everywhere. He said, the former president called for a robust electoral system that ensures transparency and accountability, stressing that democracy can only thrive when votes are counted accurately and leaders are elected based on merit rather than regional or ethnic considerations. You see, he said transparency and accountability. The Fulani that runs the government of the zoo, or should I say the Fulani that removed you from Asorok. We all know that Fulani removed you. They used Jega to remove you. Now, since you are talking about transparency and accountability, do you think that Fulani that removed you in Asorok will ever allow transparency and accountability in the zoo? Knowing fully well that if they play the politics of accountability and transparency, they will lose. Fulani will lose woefully because even their own Fulani tribe in the zoo cannot vote for their leaders. Yes, oh yes, I make bold to say that. Yes, because you cannot vote for a terrorist to come and rule you. He is going to terrorize you until his tenure is over. You can't vote for somebody or people with questionable characters, people who are already known to be terrorists, sponsoring terrorism in the northern part of the zoo. You cannot vote for such people. People who have, cockroaches in their cupboards cannot be voted even by their own people to lead the entire nation. Did I even want to say nation? The entire Zoological Republic. So they will lose. And they will never ever smell the power again. If you bring transparency and accountability, the likes of Tinubu can never ever smell Asorok. Yes, even Peter Obi can never ever smell Asorok. If you are talking about transparency and accountability, because I will first of all ask you, for complete 8 years he ruled Anambra, is there anything to write home about in Anambra? As in, Peter Obi was here for 8 years. What did he do? Did he give us free education? The answer is no. Did he build road networks? The answer is no. Did he give us steady electricity? The answer is no. Did he give us basic infrastructures and amenities? The answer is no. So what did he do? Next one, they will come on my comment section and tell me, oh, he paid the teachers. That is a shame. Is it my responsibility, me as Odinanwa broadcasting here on Biafra Unite TV, is it my responsibility to pay teachers? It is one of the common, responsibility of every leader, be you governor or, president, to pay your workers. It's not my responsibility. So any governor that pays teachers cannot boast of, paying teachers or working for the people. No, because it's your responsibility to pay your workers. Now, they said, Jonathan also highlighted the challenges facing other West African nations, citing recent elections in Sierra Leone and Senegal, where allegations of voter intimidation, ethnic tensions, and controversial results undermine the credibility of the polls. You see? Now, let me finish it. In contrast, he commended Ghana's 2023 general elections as a model of peaceful polling and smooth power transfer, despite limited technological applications. Nigeria must set an example by conducting clean and peaceful elections, Jonathan asserted. As a country with significant influence in West Africa, we must lead by example in upholding democratic principles. Who are you telling this nonsense? Fulani? The former president's call for reform resonates with growing demand for transparency and accountability in Nigeria's electoral process. Just a play. If the zoo stays till 2027, the same thing will still happen. All this, your useless grammar, transparency, and accountability does not imply. In fact, Fulani doesn't care about this nonsense because they know if such a thing happens in the zoo, they will lose. So my direct message to Jonathan Goodluck is for you to join hands and call for total disintegration of the damnable zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom.